Well, good morning. Alan Taylor here. We're in front of the Corsicana, Texas Visitor Center, and this is the Allen Memorial Park, A-L-L-Y-N, here in Corsicana, dedicated to a civic leader who came to Corsicana in the late 19th century. Interesting thing about this man, Charles Allen, is he was a Union officer in the Civil War, and then came to Corsicana after the war, set up shop here, did some business, was a civic leader, was the mayor of town at one point. They dedicated this little memorial park here to him. We're going to walk around Corsicana. They have a nice walking tour featuring bronze statues, which is really unique about this town. And also they have a driving tour with some historic homes. It's several blocks. It's pretty wide. So we'll drive it and walk it, and then see what else we can find in Corsicana. So come along and enjoy the ride.
First National Bank. Look at that building.
Isn't that beautiful?
Okay.
Look at the guy with a wrench.
Right?
Sculpture of an oil field worker. Tribute to all the men who established the oil industry for Texas. They discovered oil in Corsicana in 1894. Nice.
And the First National Bank.
Oh, look, they have it here, the history here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a QR code.
QR code, she told you that. And the First National Bank is built in a classic revival style with temple front, and it was built in 1915. Hey, nice Corsicana. Nice job. I know you can, the Palace Theater.
There's the Palace Theater. Ms. Texas, Ms. Oklahoma.
Their historic downtown doesn't actually have a tour other than the bronze statue tour, which is odd, right?
Which is pretty cool because they have these statues like on every block all through town.
All through historic downtown. But
then they've got the original brick streets.
But they don't tell you nothing about.
Which is really cool because unlike cobblestone, you can walk on brick.
Right. Cobblestone, it's a little tricky at best.
But you can walk. They got the red brick streets pretty much on every street in historic downtown, and I think they're really cool.
Okay, we got the Baker Man over here.
Oh yeah, good old Baker Man.
I bet he has something to do with Collins Street Bakery.
I bet you he do. Yeah, Collins Street Bakery. 1896, 2016.
What does your paper say about this guy? Because there's a write-up in there about some of them. No? Actually, no.
No. It just shows you where things are. There's no write-up on any of the statues. You know what? Maybe they would like one.
You think?
This is really cool. See the fruitcake? No, not me. The fruitcake.
Yeah. I see two
fruitcakes for the
in
price of one.
Right. Come on.
100 years.
Yep.
Of entertainment.
100 years. It opened in 1921.
Classical revival style. Yeah, 2 for self.
Come on, you silly fool.
That'd be a great title for a movie.
A football.
Yes, it is. Standing. Coach Jim Acree. Running again, man. 1963 Corsicana State AAA football champions. They're undefeated. The only undefeated, untied team in Texas.
Oh, he's got a whistle in his hand.
Yeah.
Got a whistle in that
really
hand?
cool. Look at this. Pocket pens and all that stuff.
Wow. And of course,
he must have been
the Texas football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what's across the street.
It's a policeman.
Yeah, it really is.
It is a policeman.
Looking for somebody doing something bad.
No, he's not. He's talking nicely. Let's see what the...
Yeah. Let's see what these are.
Brent Thompson.
Brent Thompson. Officer Thompson of Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police was awarded the Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor for his actions on July 7, 2016. The highest decoration for bravery exhibited by public safety officers in the U.S. On July 7, 2016, Brent Thompson and 4 other officers were murdered while protecting the citizens of Dallas.
Yep.
Peaceful protest was underway in downtown Dallas when gunshots echoed off the buildings. Chaos ensued. The police officers were the intended targets of the shooter, but still the officers pressed on to put an end to the terror. Thompson, a Marine Corps veteran, charged the gunman without regard for his own safety and wounded the assailant. His efforts saved many lives before he ultimately lost his own. Thompson was and is a hero to his community of Navarro County and to all officers across the country. Thank you to all of those that contributed to make this memorial possible. So I'm guessing he was from Corsicana?
No.
Or they just decided to erect this
They
here?
just erected it here.
So we got one at the next
Here's a
block.
plaque. Here's a plaque.
Yeah, Saint of Merchants Opera House.
Right here.
Right there.
Right there is the Opera House.
In 1891, a group of businessmen built a 3-story structure to replace the small Corsicana Opera House above City Hall. It had stores and offices on the first 2 floors and a balconed auditorium on the top story. Theater seated up to 1,000, plays, minstrel shows, and musical concerts featuring well-known performers entertained audiences here. It was sold but burned in 1914 before it could be converted into a motion picture theater.
So this is not it. This is rebuilt. This is rebuilt. This is 2 stories.
Right here.
Yeah, it's the whole block. But
it was rebuilt.
It's been rebuilt, and it's only 2 stories.
Right.
But
That's still a good bit of history.
it's cute. Nice.
KAND, History of Radio Station, KAND. Began broadcasting in 1937, originally from the basement of the State National Bank building and later from the mezzanine. The license was granted to the West family, owners of Wolf Brand Chili. The call letters signified canned chili meat. After a change in ownership, when Richard C. Parker came to Corsicana to manage and later own Canned, he changed the image from canned to candy, with red and white striped outfits for the disc jockeys and highway billboards proclaiming "Welcome to Candy Land."
And this must be the building.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Look at that architecture.
I know, right?
Wow, that's beautiful.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It should have a placard of some sort on it.
Probably on the front. This is the side.
I would have.
Oh, I guess no. That must be added on.
No, that's the original building. This is. It was built this way.
Organized in 1917 by B.B. Muncie.
G.C. Dunn, P.D. Williams,
and E.L. Dupuy. The State National Bank was located off the southwest corner of Cullinan and Beaton Streets, where the statue is.
Yeah.
Muncie served as the institution's first president, succeeded in 1926 by Isaac N. Cerf, a prominent Corsicana businessman and civic leader. Moved to this site in 1926 and 1933. The accounts and loans of First State Bank of Corsicana were merged with those of the State National Bank.
Oh, look.
Recording studio.
That building is gorgeous. And it looks like they took down the one in the center and made it a courtyard. Nice. Across the street bistro. This is the one you were looking for.
The one we had lunch in that day.
No, we have not had lunch in this one.
Oh. The one I'm thinking about.
And this you mean? 1905. Hey. 1905 site of Hashup's Drugstore. One of the oldest continuously operating soda fountains in the state. Right. Wolf Brand Chili.
First sold on this corner for 5 cents a bowl by 12-year-old Lyman T. Davis from a recipe created by a Mexican range cook.
As Will Rogers said, a Texas bowl of blessedness.
Nice. Look at that. Dr. Pepper, good for life.
King of beverages, Dr. Pepper for life. Because not to be outdone by Nashville, Corsicana has its own Opry House.
Yeah, right on. They probably sung it.
I don't know that your daddy has sung at the Corsicana Opry House. He just told me about it.
They may have.
They might have. And I know that the Corsicana Opry House has a internet link that will tell you all about it. So, I'm just going to get you a good shot of it. But that, my friends, is the Corsicana Opry and Event Center. Corsicana Opry House. I'm not sure where it fits in the timeline, but there will be a link down below for you. But there's another one of the original billboards painted on the side of that building. Alright, who is this guy? Right?
Happy 124th birthday. Pocket. All your children and grandchildren. Oh, that's kind of tacky. But that looks like rice.
Parable of the sower.
Well, here's a town that is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Parable of the sower.
You're in the Bible Belt, son. You're in the Bible Belt.
4 through 8.
Yep. Site of W.J. Weeks Restaurant in 1915. Classical revival style. In 1905, it was a flop house.
Nice. So if we go a couple of blocks over, there's one down there.
because I already got a shot of this building. It's gorgeous. It is. And it's number 11 on that mysterious tour that we can't find.
Shopping center. IOOF Lodge Building. Circa 1900 Italianate style.
Yeah. Very nice.
You got these little hanging signs over underneath the overhang that we're walking under. The browsery. There's a little shop right here. It's closed. Please call again. Here's a historic plaque. Alexander Beaton, a native of Scotland, came to the U.S. in 1843 and migrated to Texas in 1848 after serving in the U.S. Army during the Mexican War. In 1850 he settled in Corsicana and began practicing law. He was chairman of the Finance Committee to promote the routing of the Houston and Texas Central Railroad through Corsicana in 1871. And because of his efforts to bring the railroad to town, Beaton Street was named in his honor. Beaton was a Mason, a member of the First Methodist Church, and an amateur geologist. He had 3 children and married Elizabeth Jane McKinney. I'm sure that his marriage to Elizabeth Jane came before the children. I want to see what this dude's up to. He's just standing here, looking all nonchalant, like a bronze statue should. And you can get a good look of him. His shirt says Medical and Surgical Associates of Corsicana, Kent Rogers, MD. And look at him, he's got a little pen and pad, ready to take notes. I began traveling the path to my dream in 1967 when I entered UT Southwestern Medical School. Our family moved to Corsicana in 1976. I work every day in a job that I love, with people whom I love, with patients whom I love, with family and friends whom I love in Corsicana, a city which I love. This has filled my life with joy. Kent Rogers, MD. Nice little plaque here in his honor. I don't know who Kent Rogers was, but evidently he was well loved here in Corsicana, Texas. Park.
It used to be, it's a burned building. That was turned into, it's going.
Virginia Dare, for those who care. Originally a burned building, when selected as the first project of the Art and Public Places Committee. The grand opening was April 20th, 2000.